in a few minutes. So yes, please, if you're in the lobby, make your way through. And again, we're happy to have you. Welcome. We're going to start in a few minutes. Thank you.
This.
All right. Good evening, brothers and sisters. How are we doing tonight? All right. I know we got a small crowd right now, but I think we can do a little bit better than that. How are we doing tonight? All right. All right. Hope you guys had an amazing day so far. And this will elevate your day and your week to be something special, something God-given. Amen, Aju. All right, so we're going to start with some songs to invite our Heavenly Parents to this space so everyone can rise to their feet. We're going to start with All the Lands That I Love. So please sing along, please encourage one another, and let's create a Holy Spirit experience. Clap his hand, brothers and sisters, come on.
Wandering all over this world, looking for something I just couldn't find. Seems like I'm moving in search of myself. Where will I find my peace of mind? My peace of mind. All the lands that I love, all the seas that I sail. City of gold. True love. People so friendly, I know I won't meet. My heart's wide open, please take it for keeps. All the lands that I love, all the seas that I sail, can't compare to you now. My heart is in creating a world full of hope. Faces are glowing in the fresh morning sun. Children are dancing, all races are one. Father is laughing, our new life's begun. All the lands that I love, all the seas that I sailed, are fulfilled in this moment. Oh, we come home to your love. All right, have a solo. Take it away, Josh. Come on. Woo! Clap those hands. Come on. Applause, brothers and sisters. Again, happy Sunday, sir. Welcome to the Capital Family Church. Give yourselves a round of applause. And for being here today, hope your hearts are coming in full. Hope that when you leave this building, you can feel so full in your hearts. We're hoping today we can create an experience where you can experience Heavenly Parents. Amen, Aju? All right, I want you to turn to the brother, to the sister, to the left, to the right. I want to say, God loves you. Say that to your brother and sister. Say, I love you.
I love you.
We're going to put a little love in your heart today, brothers and sisters. Come on. We're going to sing, put a little love in your hearts. Let's join us together. Come on. Clap those hands. Let's go. Think of your fellow man, lend him a helping hand, put a little love in your heart. You see it's getting late, but please don't hesitate, put a little love in your heart. And the world will be a better place, yes, the world will be a better place for you. Just wait and see. Another day goes by and still the children cry. Put a little love in your heart. If you want the world to know, we won't let hatred grow. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. Yes, the world will be a better place for you and me. Just wait and see. Take a good look around, and if you're looking down, put a little love in your heart. I hope when you decide, kindness will be your guide. Put a little love in your heart. And the world will be a better place. Yes, the world will be a better place for you and me. Just wait and see. Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart. What we gonna do, brothers and sisters? Come on. Put a little love in your heart. One more time. Put a little love in your heart.
All right. Good afternoon, good evening, brothers and sisters. How are we doing today? Oh, that was weak. I said, how are we doing today, family? That is much better. Welcome to the Capital Family Church for this beautiful Sunday. We've had some pretty nice weather, yeah? Yeah, for November. November, the month of gratitude. So just a little, sneak peek. Make sure you have your gratitude points ready, because we're gonna hear some of those soon. But before we get into that, we want to open up our Sunday service, of course, by welcoming God into our presence. So we want to open it up with a prayer, and I want to invite our dear sister Isabel Gonzalez for our prayer.
Please join me in prayer. Good afternoon, our Heavenly Parent and our true parents. We're so thankful that we're all gathered here to receive you and the sermon that we're going to receive. Heavenly Parent, I know that we faced different obstacles day to day, and we all have our unique courses to go through, Heavenly Parent. But I hope that whenever we come here, that we are reminded of how big our family is and how you're really working so hard to grow this family, Heavenly Parent. And so I hope that we can appreciate this time right here, right now, where we're all together, God, and that we can connect and share and bond with one another, Heavenly Parent, and we can support one another, Heavenly Parent. And ultimately, this is a time where we can connect with you and allow you to guide us personally, Heavenly Parent. We're all born with unique strengths and something that you want us to give to one another, Heavenly Parent. So we want to allow you to be here with us, and hope that we can allow you to be within our hearts, Heavenly Parent, and whatever message is said today, that we can take it throughout our days and our week, Heavenly Parent. So I'd like to offer this prayer in all of our names here, in our true parents' name. Aju.
All right, thank you, Isabel. So before we continue on with our service, we're here of course, for the amazing music, the beautiful message that we're going to receive, but also the incredible faces standing next to us, right? So we're going to do a little meet and greet, and this is where we're going to get our gratitude into play. So share one gratitude point that you have from this last week, and if you got to think hard about it, then maybe we need to practice that a little more, right? So let's take a couple minutes now, turn around, the person next to you, in front of you, or behind you, and let's each share one gratitude point from the past week. All right, take 30 more seconds if you haven't finished up yet. 30 more seconds. Brothers and sisters, and before we hand it over to our band for one more song, if we can all face the camera over here, our brothers and sisters online, and give them all a big hello. We love you. Thank you for joining us online. And if you are in Sunday school, you may head on out, follow your Sunday school teachers. You are dismissed. And let's hand it back over to the band.
When the best of me is barely breathing, when I'm not somebody I believe in, hold on to me. When I miss the light, the night is stolen. When I'm slamming all the doors you've opened, hold on to me. Hold on to me. Hold on to me when it's too dark to see you. When I am sure I've reached the end. Hold on to me when I forget I need you. When I let go, hold me again. When I don't feel like I'm worth defending, when
rest you in your arms forever. 'Cause I know nobody loves you better. Hold on to me. Hold on to me. Hold on to me when it's too dark to see. Hold on. I am sure I have reached the end. Hold on to me when I forget I need you. Hold on. I'll let go. Hold me again. I can rest you in your arms forever. 'Cause I know nobody loves me better. Hold on to me. Hold on to me.
All right, let's hear one more time for the band, everybody. Come on, let's show them some love. Come on, we can do better now. Let's show this band some love. Yeah. Thank you so much, band. Don't worry, they will be back for our closing segments. They are amazing, aren't they? Yeah. These guys are committed, they are talented, and aren't we so lucky to have them? Yeah, so if you see them wandering around out there, give them a big thank you for always being so awesome and playing in our band, because they rock. Haju? Haju. And all of you rock for being here today. So we have a very, very special service today. He's given by a dear brother who invests a lot into our community. He is one of our youth pastors, so he is just constantly loving, pouring out energy and heart and devotion into the youth of our community. He is an exciting one full of ideas. And today he's come to share his heart with us. And the title of today's message, well, it's a secret. It's actually called The Secret. And I couldn't tell you what it's about because it's a secret. I was like, should I ask him? And I was like, but doesn't that take away from the secret? So I'm just as excited as you are to figure out what we're going to hear, but I'm sure it's going to be amazing because once again, this brother is full of heart and love for this community and for God. So please join me in welcoming up our dear brother, our youth pastor, King Mazunga, everybody.
All right, let me get this up first. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Yeah. So, my name is King. Oh, it's not morning. But yeah, good evening, everybody. Today I want to talk to you about something that is foundational to our lives of faith and to our lives in general. And I'm calling it The Secret. And of course, that's the title of the sermon, but it's also the title of one of my favorite books. From the book, I'm borrowing the idea of simplifying something that we tend to complicate. So, by The Secret, I don't mean something that's hidden or complex. In fact, it's right in front of us at all times. And often we miss it because we're busy looking for something dramatic or something big or something more spiritual in our lives of faith. The Secret is about what it means to have a real relationship with God, a relationship that can fill every part of our lives with purpose and peace. So before we dive into what that relationship looks like, let's step back and remember who we're talking about here. Why is a relationship with God so life-changing? Sometimes I think we forget or don't fully realize who God really is. God is not just a figure that we talk about on Sundays, it's like we tend to only bring him up on Sundays or when we really need something. But God is the creator of the universe, the one who made the stars, the oceans, the mountains, and most importantly, each and every one of us here. And he wants to have a relationship with us. So let's let that sink in. Right? Imagine if you had the chance to meet your favorite celebrity, somebody who inspires you or who you deeply admire. Some person I think about all the time is Michael Jackson, right? Have you ever seen videos of Michael Jackson from the 90s when he had concerts? In 1993, when he had his tour, the Dangerous Tour, there's this one moment where he stood on the stage for 2 minutes, and when he would like twitch his finger, people would pass out. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that. But they were just in awe of being in the presence of Michael Jackson. And it's actually like really crazy to think about. So let's think about God. God, who is infinitely greater than anything or anyone that we can imagine. Do we feel the same awe when we think about God? Do we feel that same sense of closeness or wonder of the person who made the stars, the moon, the sun, the entire universe? The truth is, God is here, and he's always there, closer than we can even imagine. And if we really understood who she is, our lives would be filled with a kind of peace and joy that nothing else, could bring. So that's what I want to talk about today, what it means to live in that awareness of who God is, to let God's presence fill our lives, not just in the big moments or like the big epiphanies, but in the small, everyday moments too. The signal went down. Well, I'll keep talking. It's just pictures anyway. So many of us feel a lot of pressure to experience God in very powerful ways, through big epiphanies, miracles, or extremely intense emotions. And many times, if we don't get those highs, we start to wonder if we're missing something or if we're doing faith the wrong way. But what if faith doesn't require such a big experience at all? The secret I want to share with you today is that God is with us constantly, even in the small everyday moments. A life of faith is built not just on the grand events of life, but on recognizing God's presence in the ordinary. So for those of you who may be new to a spiritual journey or struggling or with feeling close to God, I know I was up until maybe even last year. This is an important truth to hear, that faith isn't about the constant emotional highs, but that God is right here with us, guiding us, even in the most routine moments of our life, like shopping at a grocery store. And I'll get into why that is in a second. So to get this point across, I want to share two stories that taught me this in an unexpected way. I tell the story all the time to my friends. And years ago, I don't know when exactly, but it was in high school. And I was at youth group, and a friend of mine was sharing a story about how his mentor gave him a guitar. I was at the beginning of my guitar journey. I didn't have a lot of money, so that sounded really nice to me. You just got a free guitar. So I thought that was really awesome. And I remember going home, and I was just like, you know what, God, I would love if I had a guitar mentor, and even better if I could get a guitar from the guitar mentor, right? And anyways, years go, it was just a quick, simple, and humble prayer. And years go by, and my family's moving to a new house. This is about 2020, 2021. We're moving to a new home. And I remember the house that my dad chose, I did not want to live there. I expressed that very clearly. I was really angry, and I was like, why couldn't we have picked somewhere else to live, somewhere with a nicer neighborhood? And, just a lot of accusations and things like that. But anyways, of course, we moved there. And as time went by, after some months, I was carrying a guitar back into the house. And this lady across the street, she sees me, and she's like, oh, do you play guitar? And I'm like, yeah, I do. She's like, oh, my husband plays guitar. And I was like, oh, no way. He's like, yeah, you should come meet him. And I was like, okay. And this was months of living there. The house was right across from me, and I had no clue. So anyways, I meet him, and we end up building a a great friendship, and he becomes my guitar mentor. And then after about a year of playing guitar with him and learning from him, he teaches me a really nice song. And as I was playing that song, my guitar broke. And I remember calling him and asking him, hey, do you have any guitar I could buy from you? And he's like, no, but I have one you could have. And he's like, I'm not home, but my wife is home, and just knock on the door and she'll have a surprise for you. And boom, I go to his house, and right there she hands me a $2,000 guitar, and for free. And I instantly remembered that prayer I had, where it was a quick, humble prayer, like just maybe two sentences. And I instantly remembered that prayer and thinking about that's crazy, right? And it didn't come with like a dramatic sign, but God heard that prayer and placed the right person in my life, and actually placed me in the right position to hear that prayer. Wait, hold on. Let me fix that. Okay, here we go. Yeah, and then there's another story where another time in the pandemic, I was watching a TikTok. I don't know if you guys know what TikTok is. But I was watching the TikTok, and there's this guy, he's a store owner, and every time the content creator who posted the TikTok would visit this guy's store, he would, the store owner would meet him with the craziest joy and happiness that you would ever see every time. It was an entire compilation of him greeting him with joy and screaming, oh my God, hey, it's great to see you. And I remember thinking wow, that must be a great feeling. That must be great to have. And then selfishly, right after watching that TikTok, I pray, and I'm like, yeah, God, I would like to have something like that, where every time somebody sees me, they could meet me with some kind of happiness and and gratitude. So after a year or two of watching that video, in that same house, I'm coming home from the store one day, and I had just bought Popeyes for my whole family. It was a lot of chicken. And I get out the car, and I'm getting ready to go into my house, and I just hear screaming, help, help, help. And I look for that sound, and across in the driveway across the street, there's a lady, elderly lady, who was laying in the driveway with blood everywhere. She had fallen, and her arm had been cut open from the glass. And she said that she'd been calling for help for over an hour, and nobody could hear her. And I got there at the right time. So of course, I helped her, and I alerted her neighbor, who's a very close friend of hers. And then he took care of everything else. And then she expressed, the utmost gratitude. And then for the next for the entirety of me living there, every time she saw me, she would meet me with that same gratitude that, that I was hoping for, that man had been greeting the content creator with on TikTok. And every time she would, see me, or she would visit our house, she would send me postcards for the holidays. And every time she would see me, she was just so happy. And I instantly remembered that prayer as well, where I had prayed, once again, just a few sentences of God, I would like this to happen in my life. So these stories remind me of something I've heard a long time ago from another sermon about God's positioning system, GPS. And that God is always at work, guiding us through small everyday ways. And when we focus only on the big emotional moments, we can miss the quieter ways that God shows us his love and care. And this is the secret to life of faith. It's about trusting that God is guiding us in every single moment, even if we feel like we don't have a strong emotional connection to that. Think of God's guidance like a GPS, right? When we take the wrong turn, he'll correct us back onto his path. And, when we take a wrong turn, God does not leave us. He literally cannot leave us. Without any of us in here, God cannot be God, right? So he recalculates, constantly finding new ways for us go back to his path. So even when we don't feel this huge emotional response, God's love and guidance is always present. And that's something that we need to recognize. So the reason I chose these stories instead of some crazy experiences that I've had in my life where I could feel God speaking to me, or I have an intense dream or something like that, or I feel like I'm levitating while I'm praying, or something else dramatic like that, is because these small realizations or these small experiences in my life of faith are the ones that led me to the bigger realizations. These are the ones that help me begin to understand, when there's small coincidences in my life, like I lost one of my AirPods, and then, I don't know, some random person on the street gives me some AirPods. I don't know, right? Something like that, things that you just chalk up as coincidences. But in realizing that this is God's way of being present in my life at all times, that is how I began to get to a bigger realization of who God is. So how do we how do we connect to God then, right? So if God is, if we're using God's positioning system, if you're using Google Maps, obviously, if you want to get somewhere, you have to type in the address, right? How do we do that? The way we do that is by prayer, right? Prayer is the address in God's positioning system. For a long time, I thought that prayer meant connecting emotionally every time and crying my eyes out and repenting for everything I've done and, just intense emotions, or even sometimes like extreme happiness or things like that. But what happens when you don't feel that? Actually, many times when I pray, even today, I'll pray and I don't feel that. But when I began to understand that God is my parent and wants to be near me and love me just like, we should do for our kids when we become parents, or if you are a parent. And then when we understand that God doesn't condemn us for our wrongdoings, but simply wants to embrace us and tell us that it's all right and encourage us to be better next time, that's how, I want to be as a parent, right? So what I've learned is that prayer is more about honesty and trust than about feeling something. And some of my clearest answers to prayers were just, from, quick, simple requests that I said and then moved on. And then God still took those prayers and used them in ways that were unexpected. When I forgot about prayers, God remembered. And even our small, humble requests matter to him. So we spend so much time away from God that he will use literally anything that we give him. And of course, all of those little realizations, like I said before, will lead to those big realizations in no time. So living a life of faith means inviting God into our everyday lives, no matter how simple or ordinary. And just like we learn to appreciate the small ways that, our family members or people in our community or our friends show us love, we can learn to recognize the love that God has for us and the little coincidences that fill our days. So it's when we stop waiting for these grand signs or and start to notice the small ways that God is present in our lives that we can feel a deeper sense of peace and joy, knowing that God is always by our side. So would you rather feel God in one big moment throughout the year or thousands of little ways throughout the year? Which one do you think would add up the most? Right? So that's the secret, that a life of faith isn't about the big, the big emotions or the dramatic highs or the signs, flying through the heavens, stuff like that. It's about trusting that God is always with us, even guiding us in the small moments. And today, I invite you to, reflect on your life and look at, every day. Look for God's presence in our everyday life and, talking to him about your worries, about your dreams, or even the small things that you wish for, So yeah, God is closer than we think, working in ways that often reveal themselves over time. Like in my little stories, it's like 5 years between those prayers sometimes. Sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's the next day. But God always remembers the prayers that we give. So let's live a life where, that trusts in God's constant presence, and knowing that every prayer that we send, whether it's big or small, is heard, and that God will position us exactly where we need to be when it's time. So, yes, thank you.
Thank you, King. Come on, let's give him another round of applause. Yes. What an incredible reminder of the secrets, that God is always in our lives, right? Always guiding us, even when we can't see it. And that even in our daily lives, right, we don't have to just wait and look for the big boom moments where God's like, yo, I'm right here in your face, right? But sometimes it's in the subtle things, right? About the beautiful weather, the way the sun streaks into the room, or whatever. Just the subtle things that God places in our lives to let us know that he's always here with us, encouraging us and fighting for us, right? So thank you so much, King, for the beautiful message today. And now let's take a moment to do some fellowship and discuss with each other maybe a couple of key takeaways that we can absorb from today's message. Or even if you have a couple of experiences, recent experiences. We're not talking about experiences from 1980 or 2002 or whatever, but experiences from right now in our active life of faith of how we practice this. So let's take a couple minutes now to pair share, and then we'll get right back into it. All right, switch to your partner if you haven't already. Switch to your partner if you haven't already. All right, start wrapping it up. Take another 30 seconds. Start wrapping it up. right. Thank you so much, brothers and sisters. Now, before we get into our community highlights, do we have any brave souls that might want to share what they just shared with their partners? Any brave souls out there that might like to share with all of us the juiciness of your faith? Yes.
For me, I could, yeah. Hello, my name is Sun Lee, and hello, my name is Sun Lee, and I could really relate to King's speech right there about the GPS, God positioning system. The fact that the search bar in the Google Maps is your location, and the GPS itself is God. And that we always have to put our address to go to a certain location that we're trying to go. So by that, I realized that God also showed a lot of His presence in my life by showing me the right route, even though it might seem longer. It might seem like longer in the maps, like example for my situation when I have to go home. It might seem like longer when I see the route going to the highway rather than going through the neighborhood. But actually going to the highway is more quicker getting home than passing through all this neighborhood in DC. So yeah, also about the small things in life that God shows the present to Him. I could actually relate that by whenever I come here at church every night vigil prayer, when I just casually walk to the crosswalk, the light just turns white. When I go to take the bus in the bus station, the bus is just in front of me. And whenever I go to the subway, boom, the train is coming. So yeah, I'm so thankful that I could be able to be here tonight, and I hope I could be able to get more of the guidance of God, the GPS. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful. Any others, family, that wants to share anything? Going once, going twice. Sold for the next time. Well, thank you guys so much. A big round of applause to all of us for being here today and for sharing. All right. Now, as we get into our closing segment of today's service, we have a community highlight, which is that we had the ACLC prayer brunch yesterday, November 9th, and it was awesome. Did we have anyone that was there? Is there anyone that was there that's here today? No. Uncle Richard was there in the back. How was it? Good? Oh, he wasn't there. Never mind. Anyways, I'm sure it was amazing. And to all the brothers and sisters that were there, maybe online, thank you so much for your attendance and your support. So with that, we're getting into our closing segment, and we're going to invite the band back onto our stage as we get into our offertory period. So let's please give them a round of applause. Yes. And of course, brothers and sisters, who here loves our Capital Family Church community? Wow, that's a scary amount of hands in the air. Who here loves our Capital Family Church community? Yes, who here loves the brothers and sisters sitting next to you, behind you, in front of you? And who here loves our Heavenly Parent, God, and true parents? Yes, right? And we are always constantly striving to build the best community possible, right? For each other, for our children, for our neighbors, our brothers and sisters, our guests, right? Who here wants to create a beautiful environment that anybody can come to and feel God's love? Can I hear an Aju? Aju! Yes, and of course that takes so much heart, so much devotion. And I want to thank all of you, because each and every single one of us here makes this community. Each and every single one of us here are so important to God, right? So thank you all for your constant support, your constant love. And of course, we'll have our offering period now. We have our boxes here at the front for anyone that may like to make an offering today, a monetary donation. You're welcome to do so during our song, to really offer this up to God so we can continue to make this community an absolutely incredible community for God to share his love through. Aju? All right. So I'm going to hand it over to the band, and they'll take us through our closing segment. One more time, everybody. Big round of applause for our band.
All right. During the offering, we're going to sing By and By.
Come on, brothers and sisters. Let's go. Bye. 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 By and by, when the morning comes, all the saints of God are gathered home. We'll tell the story of how we overcome, and we'll understand it better by and by. We are tossed and driven on the restless seas of time. Somber skies and howling tempests all succeed a bright sunshine. In the land of perfect day, when the mists have rolled away, we will understand it better by and by. By and by, when the morning comes, all the saints of God are gathered home. We'll tell the story of how we overcome, and we'll understand it better by and by. We are often destitute of the things that life demands. One of shelter and of food, misty hills and barren lands. We are trusted in the Lord, and according to his word, we will understand it better by and by. By and by, when the morning comes, all the saints of God are gathered home. We'll tell the story of how we overcome, and we'll understand it better by and by. Trials dark on every hand, and we cannot understand all the ways that God will lead us to the blessed promised land. But he guides us with his eye, and we'll follow him on high, and we'll understand it better by and by. By and by, when the morning comes, all the saints of God are gathered home. Right here we'll tell the story of how we overcome, and we'll understand it better by and by. By and by, when the morning comes, all the saints of God are gathered home. We'll tell the story of how we overcome, and we'll understand it better by and by. And we'll understand it better by and by. And we'll understand it better by and by. Woo!
All right, please join me in prayer. Dear God, most beloved Heavenly Parent, so grateful to meet here today, this Sunday, to really think about your presence in our lives, for us to understand who you are and how you're constantly working in our lives, not only when the big things happen, but in the small everyday moments, that you're always here, never letting go, continuously working so that you can guide us to a better place. Want to pray for our understanding, and that this week that we can really take time to look at our lives and reflect on how much you're working in, and maybe even look back to see what we may have missed. But going forward, we want to continuously realize that you're always there. And if we want to really build our relationship with you, we need to understand that you're always by our side and that you're never leaving our side. And thank you for the offering that we have here today. And we want to pray over the offering and offer that as our gratitude for your constant presence in our lives. So thank you so much, God, for this prayer in my name, King. Bless your family, honors to the good God, you.
All right, thanks for that prayer. Thanks for your offerings, brothers and sisters. We are just about to end, unfortunately. But hopefully, we can be able to end it with a good note. And like King said, we'll be able to continue living with God every single moment, every single day. So we're going to go into our final song. God will create a soul, light our souls on fire. So if everyone can stand up on their feet, we're going to sing Soul on Fire for our final song. Take it away, Amir. Come on, clap those hands. Come on. I need that energy. Come on, brothers and sisters. Let's go. God, I'm running for your heart. I'm running for your heart. Till I am a soul on fire. Lord, I'm running for your ways. I'm waiting for the day. Till I am a soul on fire. What? Till I am a soul on fire. Come on, clap his hands. Come on. Running from the top. God, I'm running for your heart. I'm running for your heart. Till I am a soul on fire. Lord, I'm longing for your ways. I'm waiting for the day when I am a soul on fire. Till I am a soul on fire. Lord, restore the joy I had, and I have one to bring me back. In this darkness, lead me through until all I see is you. Yeah, God, I'm running for your heart. I'm running for your heart till I am a soul on fire. Lord, I'm longing for your ways. I'm waiting for the day when I am a soul on fire. Till I am a soul on fire. Lord, let me burn for you again. And let me return to you again. And Lord, let me burn for you again. And let me return to you again. Lord, I'm running for your heart. I'm running for your heart till I am a soul on fire. Lord, I'm longing for your ways. I'm waiting for the day when I am a soul on fire. God, I'm running for your heart. I'm running for your heart till I am a soul on fire. Lord, I'm longing for your ways. I'm waiting for the day when I am a soul on fire. God, I'm running for your heart. I'm running for your heart till I am a soul on fire. Till I am a soul on fire. Till I am a soul on fire. Thank you, brothers and sisters. We love you. Hope you have an amazing week, and hope you can congregate downstairs for dinner. And we'll see you next week. Have an amazing week, brothers and sisters. 1, 2, 3, 4. God, I'm running for your heart. I'm running for your heart till I am a soul on fire. Lord, I'm longing for your ways. I'm waiting for the day till I am a soul on fire.
till I am a soul on fire, till I am a soul on fire.